a hand. "Yes, sir." "Nice to meet you. I'm Mike Lowry. Sorry I'm a little late." The business owner glanced at his watch. "Actually, I'm right on time. Have you been here long?" With a shake of his head, he said, "No, sir, a couple of minutes at most." "Good." Turning to Carrie, Mike said, "Noah is going to be the foreman on the shelter job. I figure you two can handle the new hire packet, and then we can all three head over to the job site." "He's working on the shelter?" she asked, as Noah pondered why a secretary needed to accompany them to a job site. "That's right." Mike moved closer to the table and shifted the blueprints. "This is the Safe Haven Women's Shelter. Or it will be when we're done with it. The original camp was built in the 70s and has been vacant for nearly a decade. I have a feeling the job won't be as simple as it looks, and if we're going to make the place operational by December 1st, I need a skilled leader at the helm." 10 weeks seemed more than adequate to complete the work laid out before him. "I can handle it," Noah said. "That's what your Uncle Davis said. By the way," Mike turned to face him, "thanks for your service. How does it feel to be a civilian again?" Uncomfortable with the new topic, Noah shrugged. "I'll adjust. How many will be on my crew?" "You'll have 4 besides you, and Carrie will be involved in most of the decisions beyond the initial construction phase, since this is as much her project as anyone's." Now he was really confused. "With all due respect, why would we need a secretary on a job site?" The woman in question huffed behind him, but Noah ignored her. Mike narrowed his eyes. "Carrie is on the shelter board and has spearheaded the project from day one. But regardless of that fact, she's also an important part of this team, and if you're unable to work with a woman, this might not be the job for you." There seemed to be more to Patch's widow than Noah thought. Sparing the tiny brunette a quick glance, he said, "I have nothing against working with a woman, Mr. Lowry. I meant no offense." "Good to hear." Mike relaxed, but Noah could still feel Carrie boring holes through his back. He didn't give 2 shits what the secretary thought of him so long as she stayed out of his way. His new boss shuffled the blueprints into a pile and began rolling them. "Carrie, get Noah started on the paperwork and then we'll head out." "Can I talk to you for a second?" she said, ignoring her boss's command. "Alone?" Sliding a rubber band around the plans, he said, "Right now?" Carrie nodded, lips once again flattened. "Right now." "Excuse us, Noah," he said, obliging the fidgety woman. "We'll be right back." Something told Noah that this private conversation could mean trouble for him, but there wasn't much he could do about it. "I'll be right here," he said, once again settling into a chair. "Ready whenever you are." With one last look of disdain, Carrie stepped into a back room with her boss right behind her. Noah didn't know what he'd ever done to piss this chick off, but if she talked him out of this job, their Silent Nights deal was off. "I don't think this is a good idea," Carrie said as soon as she and Mike entered the break room. "There has to be someone else who can run this job." "Everyone else is busy," Mike replied with confusion in his eyes. "What do you have against Noah Winchester?" She didn't know how to answer other than the fact that he made her uncomfortable, which wasn't a reason for Mike not to hire him. "Why not put Brandon in charge of the shelter, and Noah can work on the parsonage?" Grace Methodist had finally gotten around to rebuilding their parsonage so the pastor and his family could move out of the trailer that was supposed to be a temporary home. Noah could still have the job, but a different one. "Brandon doesn't have the experience to run a project on his own. According to Noah's uncle, whom I've known since high school, he's the perfect choice to take the lead on this. I can't be in 2 places at once, and unless you want to push back the launch date on the shelter, this is our only option." Pouring himself a cup of coffee, he added, "Besides, he's a veteran who needs a job. I see no reason not to give him one." Mike just had to throw in the vet part, and delaying the opening was not going to happen. "Are you sure there's no one else to lead this project?" "Carrie, what's the problem? Do you know something about Noah that I don't?" Defeat tasted stale on her tongue. "No, I don't know anything. I'll deal with him." How, she didn't know, and the sudden pounding in her temples wasn't helping the situation.